Hi everyone, I hope you're well, hope you had an awesome week and you had fun at your games this weekend. Just wanted to go through this week's session plan and give a more of a visual and audio representation of what we are trying to achieve with the US Federation's new play practice play model. I know we're in week 4 now, so we should all be used to this sort of new format, but I just thought I'd reaffirm the different sections and what we're trying to achieve. So this week, the session plans, I just want to do one more week on defending, then after Columbus Day weekend we can go into more offensive sessions. But I just thought we would do one more week on defending, and this session plan is improve preventing the opponent from scoring goals. But we can use this also with adaptation of stopping them scoring goals and then trying to play out from the back into the end zone. Maybe we could adapt it and put one of our blue defensive players into the end zone, and they should receive the ball from the defenders, which mimics us playing out from the back. But we can also do a couple of resets from the big goal, so that it mimics a reset and us playing out from the back. But I just wanted to go through these sessions. I know we're on week 4 now, so I'll just quickly go through the different phases. So first one, play phase, is this one could be for 10 to 20 minutes and we just leave them to play, let them be free. They've been at school all day, they've had loads of lessons, we want to try and make these sessions a lot of fun, so just let them play, get them into these little games as soon as they turn up. Don't wait around for all your group to turn up and then get them in. Just drop them in and then move them into 4v4s if you need to. But as you know now, everyone gets half a field, and there's 2 fields within that half a field that are set up like the first picture, so just get them going straight away. Drop a couple of questions in. Remember, guided discovery, so that the questions on here are: where should the defender be to shield the goal? How can we close the opening to goal? What can we do after we are compacting in front of the ball? You don't want the replies just yet. You can ask them if they can give you the answers after we've done the first play phase. So then give them a break, back in, and this is our practice phase. This is where we do the majority of our coaching. You can see the 3 diagrams. I know there's loads of information here, but I just want to streamline that out. There's 3 diagrams. There's a core activity, less challenging and more challenging. I tend to focus on the less challenging one first and build them up, because I find it difficult when you do a core activity and then drop it down and then drop it up. So I start with the less challenging, and this one it's 7 versus 5 to goal. So 7 defenders in blue against 5 attackers in red. You can see on this one that the balls and all the resets start in the end zone, which is fine. Let the attackers come in and the defenders can regain possession and then try and play out from the back. One of the players, maybe an adaptation list, can be in the end zone to receive the ball. That's the less challenging version, 20 minutes. Then it goes into the next level. That is the core activity, which is 5 versus 5. And then the more challenging one, which is 5v6. So you can see where your team will sit within these 3 different practice areas. So we've been working on the past few weeks group interventions, which is the stop and freeze, and then we ask them, you're stopping and freezing because you can see these are snapshots in the game, which is why we do it in the practice bit. So it's an aspect of the game that we want to practice to develop. So with the group interventions, you stop and freeze because there's something that you're not happy with it and what it looks like, but just ask the players. Just ask them, what does the picture look like? Can you show me a better picture? What does a better picture look like? That's group interventions, where you do it all together. And the players know now when you say stop and freeze that you're going to ask a question. You can see the looks on their faces when you say stop and freeze. That's group interventions. Individual interventions are when you have a chat with one of the players individually. Some kids don't like it that you do it within a group structure. and you'll know your players which ones that prefer it individual. Some might be disengaged, so just go and have a chat with them on the side, ask them a few questions. And that's the practice phase. And that, it says on there 60 minutes, but our sessions are 90 minutes, so then it'll leave you time at the end for the scrimmage. And the scrimmage bit, you just want to let them try and put into play what we've practiced, so just reaffirm the rules of the game. You can do some interventions in here, but let them try and figure it out for themselves. And that is pretty much the session plan for this week, defending for the U12s and U11s. One more thing I'd say about the about session management and group behaviour excuse me, is that every week reaffirm the respect values, so that you chat to them about you respect them as players, they respect you as a coach. But if there's disruptions, then you'll sit them out for 2 to 5 minutes. But remember that you need to go and have a chat with them first before you reintegrate them back into the session. And you talk to them about, explain to them why you sat them out. Are they in agreement, or do they disagree in your decision to sit them out? Talk to them like human beings. We don't do laps or star jumps or anything as punishments anymore. Exercise shouldn't be a punishment. We should just treat them with respect and just ask them the questions about why they sat out. If they keep being disruptive, once you reintegrated them, then reduce the scrimmage time for them at the end. And if you reaffirm these values over the weeks and just be consistent in your approach, you'll find that your disruptions will become less and your group management will be a lot easier. So that's this week's session plan. I know that some coaches are dropping me messages about maybe working on something different or aspects, and it's great that we can do that. Hopefully I'll get round to speaking to the other coaches, but if we can focus on this last one of defending before the break. Any questions, drop me a line. You've got my email address and my phone number, and possibly we might be in the gym this week because of the EEE virus, but we can just be flexible, because obviously it is a really it's not a massive space with especially when we have 2 groups, so we'll work that out. But any questions, drop me a line. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you on the field or in the gym. Thank you.